Hello there, my name's Bogdan. I'm the author of 6-Day Publish and founder of Mind Success Lab. And in this short video, I want to talk about how to overcome writer's block once and for all with ease. Meaning how to overcome it. You see, for most people that go on to have a book idea and they start pursuing it, start writing, they hit something called writer's block. Writer's block meaning a state where you get stuck. It's like you're hitting a wall of creativity, meaning you're attempting to write and you're attempting to think of things to write and the right things to write, but it's just not coming out. You're stuck. You're stuck in your writing. And for most people that start writing a book without the structure there, they hit this place. They hit this state of writer's block and they're hitting it against this wall. So in this short video, I want to give you some strategies, some tools to help you overcome this writer's block anytime you feel it and overcome it once and for all. You see, I've been through this. Before I wrote my first book, I spent about 6 months attempting to write my first book. 6 months of writing a chapter and then editing and then getting rid of the whole thing and then writing another bit and then deciding that's not good enough, getting rid of that bit and then getting stuck and then getting more stuck and getting more stuck. I've been there. That was my first experience of writing books. Since then, and after all of that, I decided that I really wanted to go out and research what it takes to write books and really become an expert at this. And now I write books. My first book I wrote in 6 days, second one write, and now I don't get this writer's block. And because I've coached people and I've helped people and I've done all this stuff around book writing, now I know how to overcome it and how to structure your book writing process in a way where you don't have it. So if you hit writer's block, most people, they stay in this writer's block. They keep hitting that wall thinking that they're going to break through. Don't. Let me give you some strategies that you can use instead. Number one, this is a way you can preempt writer's block, meaning get rid of it before it even happens. So some processes I take my coaching clients through is I get them to essentially write out in a bullet point list exactly what they're going to write in their book. I call it their book overview. And I talk about this in my book, 6-Day Publish, how to turn ideas into published books in 6 days or less. So I get them to write a book overview where every section, every chapter is mapped out. All the key points, the key stories that they want to share are mapped out before they start writing the book. Because here's the example I use. I love the quote, "Give me boundaries so I can be free." And in the context of book writing, you want to make your preparation, make your book overview, your list of what you're putting in the book, you want to make it structured enough that it keeps you focused and keeps you knowing what the next thing is, where you're not hitting writer's block, but you want it free enough and flexible enough to let your creativity wander and help you produce the best in your book with your book idea. So the first thing is create your book overview. Before you start writing, write out an overview of all your sections. Map out all your sections. Then map out all your chapters. And in each chapter, map out everything you want to add in that chapter. What story do you want to start the chapter with? What do you want to add then? What piece of content do you want to add? What this and this and this and this. So map out what you're writing beforehand. And if you're structured enough, then you shouldn't hit writer's block. But even if you do, the solution is very simple then. You go back to your book overview, you go back to that section, go back to that chapter, and you go into more detail, meaning you expand on that chapter. So let's say you're writing a book about health and how to lose weight. Let's say one of your chapters is about exercise. That's the name of the chapter, talking about exercise. And let's say you're writing and let's say you've mapped out 3 bullet points at the start of the chapter. You want to talk about running in the morning, going to the gym, and gym memberships and price comparison. Let's say that's the example we're going to go with. When you hit writer's block, the reason you've hit writer's block is because you don't have enough structure in that book overview. So what you would do is you go back to your book overview, go back to the pre-work, And in that section with those 3 bullet points, I would go into, okay, run in the morning. What exactly do I mean? Here's what I mean. I mean this and this and this and this. And then map out that in bullet points. This and this and this. And then followed by this and this and this. And add 7 more bullet points or sub-bullet points for the term running in the morning. Because here's how the mind works. Our mind will follow from bullet point to bullet point. But if it's too big of a jump, it won't, because there's not enough structure, there's not enough there to help us support to move to the next bullet point, move to the next thing that we want to write about, hence we get stuck. So the number one solution is this book overview model and expanding on the book overview. And also another solution I want to give you, if you're hitting writer's block, how you can overcome it is this. When most people get into this state where they get stuck, their creativity is stuck, they stay in it. Meaning they go and they're attempting to bash through this wall of creativity, this wall of writer's block. They're attempting to bash through that wall. They're writing, they're typing, it's not coming out. But they just go, okay, if I keep focusing on this. But the thing is, they're focusing on, okay, I can't write this, I can't write this, I can't write this. This is where psychology comes into the whole thing. Because writing a book is a journey. Trust me, it is. This is where this whole thing comes in. When you're in that state of writer's block, get out. Meaning, stop writing, go into your creativity zones, as I call them. You can identify for them for yourselves. Go run, go on a walk, go walk your dog, go walk your cat, go have a bath, go have a shower, go do anything. But put yourself in a creative state. Put yourself in a creative state. Because when you're in that state where you're bashing against that wall of writer's block, your creativity is, it vanished. Hence, you want to reignite this creativity. So go, leave straight away, stop writing if you hit it, and go out and put yourself in this creative zone. Meaning, don't go and do something else. Don't go and focus on something else. Don't do that. Go and put yourself in a place where your mind isn't really focusing on anything. Like running, like showering, like bath. That's where most people come up with their best ideas while they're in their bed, right before they're attempting to go to sleep. That's when most people come up with their best ideas, because their mind, their conscious mind, isn't actually doing it. So, if you hit writer's block, here are your action steps. Number 1, go back to your book overview and expand on the section that you're stuck on. Remember, give yourself enough structure so you don't hit writer's block and you're focused, but enough flexibility where your creativity can flourish. And action step number 2, go and get into your creativity zones, reignite your creativity, then you can go back to the book overview or you can go back straight to writing. So there are some keys for you to help you overcome writer's block and never hit it. And as well, if you write enough and if you're training your skill of writing, you won't hit writer's block as well. So it's these 3 things. So that's a bonus action step. So those 3 action steps. So comment of your biggest takeaway from this video below and apply these strategies if you ever hit writer's block and get past it easily. Instead of hitting that wall, go and climb over it. Get back on the other side, keep writing your book, and look forward to seeing your results. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, subscribe below, comment below with your biggest takeaway. I hope this served you, this helped you, and helped you get your book written.